Welcome back. Well, there you have that that session in Adamawa State House of Assembly on the removal of the governor and the deputy governor. And ever since then, the speaker is the acting governor. And then the deputy speaker now acts as the speaker. Jiti Ogunye joins us now. He's a legal practitioner. Morning. Thank you for coming on today.
Good morning. Yes.
Looking at this from the point of law, we heard lawyers argue about the procedure that they followed in removing the governor. Is there anything wrong with the procedure? How would you assess that procedure?
Well, prima facie, meaning on the face of it, it will appear that the procedure, though rushed, though expedited, as it is in consonance with the letters of the Constitution, and I'm talking about Section 188. Again, I speak advisedly. I said the procedure appears to be in accordance with the letters, not spirit, of Section 188 of the Constitution. And although one can say largely that there are reservations about the impeachment, but given what the letters of the law says, what they've done appears to be in accordance with what the law has said they should do.
Okay, comment on that part where initially, I think the verdict had been, or the judgment was that they should serve him personally, but then they couldn't serve him personally. They had to paste it on the wall. That also suffices. It's in spirit, in consonance with the letters as well of the law.
When you say serve someone, the Constitution needs not be detailed about substituted service. It would be ridiculous for the Constitution to be talking about substituted service if the law says serve somebody personally, and that person is not available, and it's in Abuja holding meeting to see whether he could stave off the impeachment. It means that he's aware of these allegations. And so rather than dancing around the issue of personal service and all that, I'm saying that the provisions appear to have been followed. The procedure stipulated by the Constitution appears to be followed. The governor, I have no doubt in my mind, was aware of these allegations. This is not the first time allegations will be made against him. This is not the first time attempts will be made to impeach him. It's like a proverbial cat with 9 lives. This is not the first time. So he is aware. It's been a ding-dong thing, really.
Away from this awareness, because you're talking about appearance, talking about the letters of the law, it would seem that you also have some other views concerning this particular impeachment that we have seen in Adamawa State, vis-a-vis past impeachments since 2005 in our political dispensation. So what do you see, looking at the trend from that time? First, we saw Governor Alamesi of Bayelsa State. We saw Governor Fayeshe then. We also saw a series of others leading us to this particular one. What's the difference between those that we saw then and this we just witnessed yesterday?
The truth of the matter is that since 1999, and even before that time, and I'm talking about an impeachment we had in the Second Republic, when Governor Balarabe Musa was impeached as governor of Kaduna State by an NPN, and I'm talking about National Party of Nigeria, dominated House of Assembly, whilst it was a People Redemption Party governor. If you take all this together, you see that impeachment had never been really home-inspired, in a manner of speaking. In other words, impeachment had never been something that really emanated from the groundswell of popular agitation against a sitting governor within the boundaries of that state. There's always been an instigator at the center, who behind the scene is pulling the strings and is dictating the pace of impeachment. And even in this one, it is obvious, and this has not been denied. Before this one, we're told, it was reported in the media that the governor was asked to fulfill certain conditions. here we're talking about Adamawa State, but discussions as to whether the governor will survive were taking place in Abuja. And the president, ordinarily very busy, had time for that meeting. Maybe because of the difference of the president, not different, deference, his respect for the interveners, one of whom at least was an ex-military head of state. And so the report goes that there was that intervention, and the president and his PDP gave the governor certain conditions, impeached governor now, to fulfill. And the impeached governor felt that would be humiliating. So if he had fulfilled those conditions, maybe not, he still would have been in power. And that's why I submitted, as I've done very early, that most unfortunately, impeachment, which is a very important tool of redress available to the people through their representatives to deal with an erring governor, has been politicized, has become a tool of witch hunt, has become a tool of political persecution. It need not be so, but that's what it's been. If you talk of the Adamawa precedent, yes, with all the egregious allegations, that impeachment still was inspired by President Olusegun Obasanjo before it could be effected. The same thing, before it could be effected. And now we see it. And again, this morning, there's reports that in Al-Makura's case, the legislators had relocated to Abuja. Okay, so I'm just saying, from the historical perspective, that what we've seen is that when there's an irreconcilable political differences, irreconcilable political difference between the center, whether in Lagos in the Second Republic or Abuja now in the Fourth Republic, and a particular governor, you see this kind of thing being used to scare a citizen. And who told you that if the aberration in Rivers State has succeeded, that governor will not be out of power now? And who told you that that's not even being attempted in Edo State as we speak? So it's orchestrated.
They have to have the majority.
Even at that.
Not 5 or 4.
Even at that. So what happened in Oyo State? Dirovan's shenanigans. What happened there?
No, I mean in our present
No, I'm just saying, before the Supreme Court said, all of you must be there. All of you must vote.
In fact, are we making progress now? How do we even phrase it? Because what used to happen at that time, with reference to what you're saying now, where you have a few people who go somewhere, even if it's in the premises of the House, say, well, yes, we've impeached, go to court and challenge it. Before you know it, we've achieved our aim. But now we've seen numbers. We've seen majority of them. They have a quorum. They have 2/3.
Yes.
So to that extent, can we say in a democratic experiment or practice we are making progress or what?
No, we're not making progress because, look, I've said that from what we can see, because you're talking about the majority, 17 in a 24-member House, that's a big majority, right? And so I've argued that if you look at that and other things, you'll be led to conclude that, the letters of the provision have been fulfilled. But the reason why I'm saying that we don't make progress is that even from the rationalization or explanations, I listened to the distinguished person that spoke before me. What it's boiled down to is this governor was exclusionary. This governor was practicing nepotism. And so it's not carrying everybody along. And so in the typical Nigerian political parlance, when you say somebody is not carrying everybody along, you're simply saying that it's not spreading the loot. And, there's a way in which legislature can say, look, you are elected in the same manner we were elected. You are enjoying. We haven't seen anything. And our tenure is just, wasting away. So we have really not achieved anything. And when they say they have
anything?
not achieved anything, it is not about the people. They use the people at the smoke screen. It is about themselves. I'm serious. And so when they make these allegations, it's about, at the end of the day, politics is about what we can get. And so we're not getting as much as we think we should get. And so we have to deal with you. Sometimes people intervene and say, reach over to them, settle them, appease them, in whatever way, and let this cross be over. And so when you have that kind of thing in a supposed democracy, you're not making progress. Regardless of the fact that you have a majority vote now, unlike before, when you have about 5, 6 people saying that they are suspending the others in order to effectuate an impeachment.